We've been in the social sector for over 30 years now, or just on 30 years, and we've met a lot of amazing people running amazing organizations that are doing amazing work. And it all boils down to the same thing. We are trying to make sure that society can sustain itself for the long term in the most positive way possible. And we're doing, I think, a pretty good job at trying to preserve families, trying to build bridges, trying to really resolve a lot of the hurt that keeps compounding on generation after generation. I know the state says that they're going to take that role on, but the reality on the ground is that they can't. They aren't in a position at this moment in time to fill the gap that's going to be created. So what I feel like's happened is that although, of course, we support families for babies every single time, what you can't have is nothing in between the provision of those families, the support of those families, and the children that are in need. You've got to have some kind of a bridge in the middle. And this social service sector that's being decimated now is that bridge. I'm not saying that we want to keep institutions going for generations. I'm saying let's help those institutions look after the current need while we support and assist and strengthen the communities that are going to be responsible for these children. That is where we're failing. We haven't joined the dots well. There's this huge gap where children are going to fall through. And if we are true to ourselves as humanity, where we say every life matters, where we say every child deserves the rights that are on that Bill of Rights, where every mother should be protected from GBV and every addict should be assisted through their illness, how do we bridge that gap if we're not supporting the service providers? The logic of it is devastating to me, because I can't make sense of why we would reduce the support rather than increase it. It doesn't make sense. If we want to see positive outcomes long term, why would you make people more vulnerable instead of strengthen them where they are and then make plans for them to be even in a better place? It's problematic for me. I understand the science and the logic about every baby needing a family, but until we've got safe, supported families, we've got babies sitting, waiting and needing that help. So we need to do this better, and we need to have conversations at a much deeper level of what this really looks like on the ground before we make these decisions in offices and on paper. It's devastating. It's devastating that paperwork and politics are constantly being prioritized over people. I can't sleep at night. I can't get my head around it. And I'm hoping that it'll disturb your sleep too, so we can have this conversation at a more meaningful level and in a way that is more logical.